Welcome to the A-Train Show. And now here's your host, the A-Train, Arlington Lane.
Yeah, truth chatter. Yeah, I think it's time for more truth chatter. Born every day 100 new fake rappers. We got too many powers, too many actors. But us brothers only good for entertainment.
Welcome to this edition of the A-Train Show, the A-Train Arlington Lane, back at it again from the Fuel Studios. Thanks to our wonderful sponsors over at Just Meat Jerky, McDougal Bats, True Victory Apparel, Royal Retros, W Energy Powder. Thank you so much. We, as always, broadcasting from the Fuel Studios, and make sure that you go right now. We are live on Fuel Sports Net on X, Twitter, however you want to refer to it as such. And then you can always check us out at fuelsportsnetwork.com. Got a question about the show? You got a question for us at the network? You got a question for any of the shows that pop on here on Fuel Sports Network? You can go to admin at fuelsportsnetwork.com. It's a WWE NFL Monday just for today. I know usually we just do WWE stuff, but you know, I got to go after a couple of teams right now. And before I do any of that, the music's playing, I think. There it is. How was it for that? I feel good today. You're not gonna get them too. There you go.
Yeah. I know. Go on and get it out the way. Let's go on and get it out the way. I mean, it is what it is. Go on and get it out the way. Let's just make it the first order of business. Come on, get it out the way. Dallas stunk. Worse than they ever. But I did not unexpected, because I expected that they were going to lose to the Detroit Lions. I expected that. So it's okay. It's quite fine. All right, enough of Dallas. All right. First take done ripped them already. You know, like get up there and beat them down. Like, you know, enough. It's enough. All right, we're moving on.
Hey,
right, what's next? She ain't even listening to you. Don't worry about it. Listen to my hello. She gets in my name. Let's move right along, sir. In the show. Let's move along in the show.
Okay. I gotta say this though. To lose is understandable. Okay. Listen, to lose is understandable. To Detroit Lions they're a great team. We gonna be honest about that. They are way better than, in my opinion, I think they're way better than advertised. In this case, though, to lose like this at home in front of 70,000 fans, this bad.
No, what makes it no different?
What you mean? You lose.
We're talking about
home, sir.
Bro, they have been stinking since before the NFL season started. They've been stinking since then. They did not have a game plan on success this year. They had no game plan on being successful this year. Everybody in the entire league made choices and changes to their roster, to their coaching staff, to their team, and Dallas just stunk up the entire offseason, on-season, postseason. We already know it. It's just, it is what it is. Can't do nothing about it. Just gotta let it be what it's gonna be. Okay. And they're gonna look like the old Texans team, which Texans have turned it totally around, and they look great. They look great doing it.
It's amazing that the Houston Texans are the best team in the state of Texas right now, and Is it time, sir?
It's time.
Is it time for Bill? Is it time for Bill Belichick to come in, sir, and take over?
The Bill should have came in from the beginning. We should have went and got Derrick Henry from the beginning. We should have went and got Tay Diggs when Diggs was available. We should have Stephon Diggs. We should have went and got all these people that we did not get to hold contracts for the three most important people that are doing horribly bad this year. They, like, all three of them are not doing their absolute best as the numbers previously. You look at either one of them. How many times you hear Michael Parsons' name mentioned? Now that he's injured, you don't hear it as much, right? How many times you hear Dak Prescott in the great numbers status? You don't hear it because the dude he throwing interceptions and throwing the ball away. We can't keep the offense going. You end up going back to go get Ezekiel Elliott that you don't use. You got a running back that's horrible. Like, none of this stuff makes sense. It doesn't make sense. You hold out these contracts for your greatest wide receiver that you have on, and he barely is getting the ball because everybody's doubling him. So what do? You can't blame this on nobody but Jerry Jones. This is a Jerry Jones massacre, and he basically have shot the doggone team in their heads. He went through there and just literally did a supernatural, let me just go on and just kill everybody. And he just walking through there shooting them, pop, 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 and they all dropping like flies. And yeah, we're disgusted as fans. We're upset because the reality is during the offseason, everybody made moves, and you held out to make moves to the first game of the actual start of the season, only for us to get this kind of gameplay. So yeah, I feel some type of way. You feel some type of way
about it. All right.
I do.
Let's see.
I've been feeling some type of way, but you know that. You know that because you talk to me. So you know I've been feeling some type of way. Okay. All right. Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord. We're gonna lay off of that. We're gonna move on.
Other dubs around the NFL: 49ers over Seahawks. Bears get the win over the Jags. Everybody know how bad the Jags are. Wonder if the end of Doug Peterson is near. Bucks over Saints with a 50-piece, 51-27. Ravens get the edge in the state of Maryland over the Commanders, 30-23. Packers 34 over 13 over Arizona. Colts get the come from behind win over the Titans, 20-17. Texans all over the Patriots, 41-21. Eagles 20-16 over the Browns. Chargers get the dub in Denver, 23-16. Pittsburgh gets a nice win over Vegas, 32-13. Falcons destroy the Panthers, 38-20. We all know about the Lions game against the Cowboys. We just discussed it. And Bengals get the Sunday night win, 17-7 over the Giants. And then tonight we got Bills and Jets to close out week number 6. And interestingly enough, the Texans are right where people have them as expected, but now it's going to be a thing of where do they go from here. They got the Packers next week, and I think is the Cowboys on a bye week this week? I don't think so.
They need to be on a bye week. They on a bye week every week. Don't worry about it. We just gonna just let them. They got a bye week every week. Every week they on a bye. They gonna get massacred for the rest. For the remaining. What's going on, man? For the next 3 weeks? Is it 3 weeks? They're gonna have their butts handed to them because they do not have the nucleus and the makeup of trying to be a winning team. So yeah. I expect us. This is going to be a regular conversation that we're going to continue to have, and I'm going to start having this Stephen A. fit on everybody, because I'm sick of it. I told my wife last night. I said I think I just became a Texans fan.
Stop, Punk. Stop it. Stop. Don't insult the man like this. Don't insult him. You don't need to insult Pastor Bailey for saying that. If he wants to be a Texans fan, then let him be that. Okay.
I'm going to. Don't worry. Jersey's changing.
You gonna be sounding like this man here.
Hillick draws back the pass. He's airing it out. It's gonna be long. No!
All right, enough about that. If y'all if you want to chime in, we can do so. But
no chiming in. No chiming in. We're moving on.
we moving on.
No, this is called move on. We're moving on to the next thing. Wrestling, WWE.
I will, before I even go into that, shout out to those that checked out Wrestle Dream for AEW, and something that I had expected on Friday when we did the Friday night show with the X-Fan show. We touched a little bit about Wrestle Dream, and one of the things I expected did happen, and that was Bryan Danielson losing the belt to Jon Moxley because it signaled the end of his full-time in-ring career. So that means he will not be wrestling full-time anymore. So congratulations on a great in-ring career from Bryan Danielson, and a lot of other great matches. Takeshita did win the AEW International Championship over Will Ospreay and Ricochet. Those are probably the biggest matches that this guy cares about. And so I wanted to make sure I threw that out there. I know there were more. Listen, fans, I know there were more, but I'm not a big fan. I told y'all, I'm telling you guys, this WWE NFL Monday, Tony Khan needs to worry more about the Jacksonville Jaguars than he needs to do about All Elite Wrestling. Y'all know it.
You see who's sitting next to me, right?
Who is that?
Lean your head over.
What's going on, sir? How you doing, man?
He don't hear you. I got my buds in. I got my buds in. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I got
but he gonna hear you because as we talking back and forth, so he'll kind of catch on to what's going on with the conversation.
Yeah.
All right. So you know what? When we get into the conversation, let's go ahead and take a quick break. We'll come right back, get everything together, and then we'll touch base on the WWE right after the break. So yes, Dad, we hear you. We'll be back right after this, right here on the A Train Show on Fuel Sports Network. We're back on this edition of the A Train Show, the A Train Arlington Lane. As you can see, the good Reverend Doctor is in the house. The A Train's here. We're going to get into it right now as we just had the break. Let's get into it to some WWE conversation. And the whole group is there. I see the girls too.
I got the girls in the back too. They rolling in the back. And Bryce can hear you because he got my he got the other one. He got the other earbud. Okay.
Yeah. All right, so the conversation's on hand. SmackDown just wrapped up. Had a great weekend, great week of sorts with WWE. One of the main things that we've seen this go around is with Roman Reigns and this storyline with the bloodline. It's getting heavy, it's getting bigger, it's getting stronger, it's getting chaotic. That's why the music I played for it to return from break is chaos. And that's what we're getting right now is massive chaos. And if you watched SmackDown this past Friday, you saw Jey Uso come out at the beginning, and Jimmy Uso come out at the beginning of the show, let everybody know that he was back. Roman comes out to acknowledge him, acknowledges him. He acknowledges the fact that he was the one that helped them overcome what was going on at Bad Blood, and also help getting them the dub, but also that they need help. They need help that's coming up later as this storyline keeps progressing. And one of the crazy things that was said during during that show was Roman Reigns going on the mic saying, "No yeet."
No yeet.
No yeet was very strong when he said that. What was your thoughts on Roman's response to the help that Jimmy was referring to?
He didn't want to be the one to go beg for Jey to come back home. Because the reality is, I think it was like a push to the yeet movement. It was a great push to the yeet movement. You know, Roman. That's what Roman do. He pushed the superstar, out of his family members. And so, by saying no yeet, he knew that everybody kept saying yeet, 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 yeet. So I think it was just a ploy to kind of push the yeet movement and to go, no yeet. We don't need him. Like, we could do this on our own. But then I think towards the end of the match, you can kind of see Jimmy going, man, we need help. Yo, we need help. We need help. So, and you and I talked about this once before. I think that the idea is to, how do we get Jey to come and do it? Just because Jimmy goes to him, is that going to be enough? Just because he goes to him and say, hey, we need your help, is that going to be enough for Jey to go back to do that? That's why I said there's going to have to be another turn that's going to make that work.
Here's my idea to it. If you watched Friday, you got an opportunity to see Rhea Ripley turn up on SmackDown. Rhea is a Raw superstar.
Yes, sir.
She went after Liv, which in return, Liv is a Raw superstar, came in because of their crown jewel match that's going to happen. So you had to have a bit of a crossover. This is your opportunity where the crossovers can happen, where Jey Uso and either Roman goes to Raw now, or Jimmy goes to Raw first to saying, hey, bro, I'm sorry for everything that transpired. Dude, we need you first. You got to kind of build it up. Jimmy is going to have an unsuccessful chance of getting him back. Jay, like, no, I'm good, man. I'm here. It's going to come to a point where Jimmy's going to have to cost Jey the intercontinental title for him to, yes, you got to understand where I'm coming from with this. Because, sir, we're not having titles in this group. This is about family supremacy. You don't need no title for this. So it's going to have some chaos here. I know you don't, but it's got to have some chaos to that to get him back over to the bloodline.
But I told you that, Bo. He don't even need to drop the belt, though. The thing of it is, the belt is going to be what it is, and he already got opponents that they can use to utilize for the belt situation. I think what's going to make, and I agree with you, that Jimmy is going to be the start of that. Like, let me go over there and try to get him. He's going to show up probably tonight and go in there and be like, hey, yo, we need your help. We need your help. Yes. And Jey is going to go, no, I'm done with that. I'm doing my singles thing. No, y'all got it. And then Jimmy is going to go back to SmackDown Friday, get jumped. They're going to get beat down, and they're going to have to beat him down enough that's going to, remember, they're twins. So he got to get beat down enough to make Jey
to feel it, to feel that.
So now he gonna be adamant about going to do it without there being a belt on the line, or this is gonna be family again. I'm coming to help my brother, and then that's gonna give Roman the opportunity to correct that behavior, and then it goes from there. And he's eventually gonna have to drop the belt, but I don't think right now is the proper time. I think in order to get him to come back, you're going to need to get Jimmy to get beat up enough, because he's the only key of that. He's the key of that whole thing. Roman ain't going to be able to do it. It's going to be Jimmy. And Jimmy is going to make all of that work out, where it got to come back. It's got to happen that way. What you think, Bryson?
Bryce. Yeah, I want to hear Bryce's thought on it.
I really think that Jimmy gonna go back to Raw, try to get Jay to go back to the Bloodline. But I believe that
I'm losing him.
Bloodline gonna go to Raw.
Oh, he's losing him. You gotta talk louder, boy.
I believe Bloodline is gonna go to Raw and beat up Jimmy after Jay walks out, and then that's when Jay gonna come help.
Yeah.
And then, that's how that's gonna go. I feel like.
So you on the same lines with Pastor? Okay, all right.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying. You're on the
I
same
just don't
lines
think
with
that.
that.
I don't think he dropping that belt would make the matter better. Like, I think he would be mad if Jimmy cost him the belt. I don't think that would make him go over there and help. I think that would bring more issues to them, but I don't think it would help the situation at all. I think it would damage that. However, like I said, you get them to get jumped. Now we got a whole nother problem because them boys are they out there. You got Solo out there. You got Jacob and the Tonga brothers, like they out there and they just go ham on it. Like, I mean, talking about almost kind of like what happened Friday. They left him in the ring and he's like, man, we got beat. Like, we need help. Like, we got beat, and that don't look good, especially after what Jimmy had to say. Because Jimmy was telling him, hey man, you don't look like a tribal chief to me. You got a tribe. You ain't got no tribe. You ain't got no family. I'm the only one standing up for you, partner. Like, we got to go get family. We need to go get people that I think that's gonna bring in the other family members too. That's gonna bring that camaraderie. So I think it's gonna get real good, man.
If you think about it,
And go ahead.
Say it, bro.
Go ahead, Bryce.
if you think about it, this is like, you remember when Seth Rollins was trying to bring back Dean, and he kept trying to help him fight, or Dean to get jumped, and Seth to come out, or Seth to get jumped, and Dean wouldn't come out. This is sort of like that, how they're trying to get Dean back into the Shield, so he can, hey, come on, we need to do this one last time, or do it one more time. That's what they're trying to get with Jay, because they're getting beat up, and they're saying, hey, we need help, but you need to talk to Jay first. You need to talk to him, trying to get him to come back. That's what it's looking like. It's looking like how they was trying to get the Shield back together, and now it's Bloodline.
I can feel it.
Okay, I can get with that. He does have one of the earbuds, by the way, JTK. It's just that I think it's on the other side, and it's not the strong side where we can really hear him. And so, it's okay. Yeah, that's what it is. It's okay. I can understand what Bryce is saying. I know that's we just gonna go with it. It's okay at this point. But I guess I'm looking at for the Bloodline in this case, I'm looking forward to seeing Roman's place, because I know Roman is the guy, but you got to remember Jimmy told him you're tribals. It's back to what Cody said. You're back to it as being a chief without a tribe. And then Jimmy jumps on and he says, man, if you look at it, I'm the only one that acknowledges you. And that's where it hit. It hit when he told him that. I'm ride or die with you, man, but I'm the only one that does that. So what's got to happen at this point is you gotta get Jimmy's back in. I don't want to see Cody in this, because that ain't his fight no more right now, because the fight's going to be later for when the title is going to be for the title. So we got to leave Cody out of this. You got to leave Sami Zayn out of this. Sami is in his own battle right now. He's in his own battle for the championship with Gunther, right? And then maybe he might get back in with Kevin Owens. But at this case, it's not even necessary at this moment right now. So at this point, this is all about what Roman does at this lengthened period. Like, where does he go? He's going to have to get back to Jimmy. And we still got family members that haven't even been in it yet, because they keep holding them. And I'm not going to say they're holding them back, but there's a time and a place where you can add these people into the mix.
Yeah.
There's a time and place to add these people to the mix where everything is going to turn up and everything is going to magnify.
Don't get bigger.
Yes, that's how I'm looking at it.
Yeah. Well, the thing of it is too, you got to consider, man, Roman's place is going to be reestablished. They got to get back to it. The reason being because you got The Rock. You still got the tribal chief. So you got the tribal chief, you got the final boss. You're still going to have that prop, that big scenario. That's got to happen. And so at the end of the day, what you don't want to do is make there be an internal rivalry with the Usos and Roman, but create this evolution of what is going to spin out. Now, they may go eat and grab another cousin or another relative and bring them in and then expand it even more, because then you give that whole entire moment of being able to transition from one thing to another. I think we got to get to the final boss and Roman. That's got to be WrestleMania, man. Hey, there's no other way to pull that off.
Yes, Andy, you got to catch up on a lot.
Yeah,
but it's not a lot to it. Once you start getting into it, you will understand everything that's going on, because they'll get you back up to speed. I don't know if they'll do it on Raw tonight, but definitely check it on Friday night when they do with SmackDown, for sure. But here's my thing. Remember when Solo was saying, when Cody had joined Roman, look at them. They can't even keep it together. Look, look how they fighting in between each other. That could happen again with this scenario with Jimmy Jey returning, saying, look, they can't even keep themselves together. Who thinks this is the reason why I am the tribal chief? I know you look at that and you're just like, come on. That's long-term storytelling, right? You keep the story lengthy, and you know this is gonna go for a minute. It's not gonna stop.
Yeah.
Because
we'll give it another couple of years.
It's too strong. It's too powerful. That can dominate the wrestling game. As much as people gonna sit there and be like, I can't stand this, you gonna be hooked on like it's an episode of Young and the Restless. You're gonna be on
the have-nots.
Listen, check that out, sisters. Look at y'all.
Yeah, I know, right?
Y'all gonna be looking like, oh, I gotta tune in. I gotta tune in next week. See what's been happening with this group, because that's the type of story. And I don't know who to applaud. Do I applaud Triple H? Do I applaud Paul Heyman? Do I applaud Roman Reigns? Like, how in the world were you able to make a story go this lengthy, this long, at this long period of time? That's what I'm tripping out.
But it's really, really good storytelling. But you got to remember, I think I would give it to Triple H, because that's who he is. We've been knowing that. Like, all of the crazy storylines that turn with the Undertaker and Stephanie, the whole entire him and Stephanie getting married, him turning on Tess, and all of that kind of stuff. All of that was Triple H, man. So I mean, you got to give a man his credit. As much as we, the Vince McMahon era is really, really gone. You got to give it to Triple H, man. Shane wouldn't have never been able to pull this off.
All right, let's take a break, and we're gonna come right back with some more of the show. We're gonna continue on this conversation of what's going on in WWE, because we also got some crown jewel matches that's forthcoming, and some potential terms that's going on with one Tiffany Stratton. All right, so we'll take the time out. We'll be back in 1 minute.
And we need to talk about what's the name too. What just happened with Randy and Kevin. That's going to be interesting.
1 minute. We'll be back right after this. This is the A-Train Show right here on Fuel Sports Network. Back on this edition of the A Train Show, the A Train Arlington Lane. Pastor Bailey, Bryce, along with me, the Deke. Deke's in the house, ladies in the back, they in the house too. All right, we've been touching on a bit on this whole thing with WWE. We touched a bit on the bloodline a bit. Now I want to touch a bit about this whole Cody thing situation now with Kevin Owens and now Randy Orton getting into the mix. And
Man,
for the, you know what? I take it back. I was wrong. I think I said this on the Friday show. The oldest person in the room is not Randy Orton. The oldest person in the room is actually CM Punk. He's the oldest person in the room right now that's on that main roster. But of course, Randy has the lengthy career in WWE, and that's why he's the one I would say is the wily veteran with WWE at this point. But him being the voice of reason here in this whole situation is just mad crazy all by itself.
Nick Aldis, did you hear what Nick Aldis said to him?
Yeah, then he has
Randy Orton, you being the voice of reason? Oh, okay, and walked off. Hey, that was pretty dope. I thought about when you said it. I started to send your message and said, I guess they listening to us, man, because it's like they pulling off all of these stops that we having these conversations about. They got to be listening in on what we talking about. So
man,
I just need if y'all gonna listen, at least call us in to Connecticut and we'll come be writers for y'all. We'll come and do it. We'll come and write. We'll write the show. You'll take the money.
Listen, I'll take a few dollars off of that. I don't need just to say, hey, man, I got a WWE credit. That's all I need to say, man.
Listen. I don't even care about the credit. Let me write one storyline. Let's go. Let me write one. Let me just dive into one of them, and I'm gonna be all right.
Yeah, exactly. We're gonna be good after that. But yeah, him being the voice of reason in this case, everybody know him as the Viper. And the Viper is the one that's being the calm one here. And him going after KO. But it all stemmed. Okay, so Bryce, let me ask you this. What was your thought on what happened after Bad Blood when you saw the video of Kevin Owens attacking Cody Rhodes?
I was just like, we knew once we saw Kevin Owens like giving like the little hints that he was gonna turn, I was just like, in the beginning, we all thought Randy gonna turn. It's Randy. We all know Randy is the type of guy to turn. But when Kevin Owens had all like this is all the way off Bad Blood. This is somebody recording it. A random person that was in the crowd recording this. And I'm like, that don't look fake. That looks like he was actually trying to really beat up Cody Rhodes. Because I don't know why I just think it's something going on that he thinks that Cody's doing something wrong. Like he thinks that why is Cody's tagging with Roman Reigns? Like you just beat him. Y'all literally have been feuding for the past 2 years. Why y'all coming together to beat the Bloodline? So that's what I feel like. I just feel like there's something going on with Kevin Owens. He knows something that we don't. He's seeing something that we don't. And
Listen,
and we talked about that. We talked about that
we
too.
Did.
We
was
talked about that.
Blurring the lines, and they did it again. Like they did it again. They did it at a place where you didn't expect, where fans are now involved in the storyline, where just random people, they making videos and stuff, and I think we just lost connection with Pastor. Let's see if we come back in and play in just a little bit. That is always been the main thing, is blurring the lines, and if they can get you, they got you. You know what I mean? And so at this rate, you're seeing what happened with this story, and that they are allowing, and this is crazy all by itself. We seen with Survivor Series with Seth Rollins when he was going ham after CM Punk, after when CM Punk returned last year, he was going bananas, crazy to the point where Corey Graves and Michael Cole had to hold him back because he didn't want to be seen again. That's blurring the lines right there, because it had so much. It seems so heavy, and if they're doing a great job with acting, whether it is real or not. That is the craziest thing about what WWE does, and it's magnifying where the story is becoming real. Granted, the wrestling may not be, but the story behind it is super duper real. You know, when we had the Cody Rhodes situation at WrestleMania with The Rock, right? We had that situation, and you looked at it at the I think that was at a WrestleMania Access or something, where at the time it was going to be Roman versus Rock for the title, and then it swerved. When they were able to accomplish that, where Rock turned on Cody, blurred lines. You saw that again at Survivor Series, blurred lines when CM Punk returned, right? And so that is the potential. That's the swerve I like, and it keeps you compelled on what you're seeing out there at that moment. And so, man, I think where we're headed, we're gonna get more of those. We're gonna get more fan-oriented videos. It's gonna lead to a place where fans are going to get access. They're going to be allowed access to these areas, arenas, and you'll never know if WWE plucks them out or officials pluck them out and say, hey, we need you to film this. But that moment there, you saw multiple areas. You saw multiple areas from different fans all providing the same video clip. I'm trying to see if they're ready to go. I'm going to see if we get a thumbs up from them when they are ready to rock and roll. I think they are. So I'm going to give them just a second. Get back on. They had some technical difficulties, but I think they're going to be stationary in just a moment. But yeah, we're going to start seeing more people pull out their phone, be ready to take everything that they see. And those fans that is getting that type of access, I think they are allowing more of that. And I think that's the coolest thing about what WWE is doing. And it may have been an accident. And you know how accidents can make something and magnify something greater, and that's what I'm seeing right now with what WWE is doing. With this whole KO and Randy Orton story, you had to jump from that. And are we ready? We back. We ready to go here? Again, we got thumbs up. All right, here we go. Back in the mix. All right. So I was touching a bit on the blurred lines with fans, how fans are now getting involved with the story. I'm trying to figure out, is WWE plucking them, or is they just allowing it to be organic? And then if they get something out of it, if they gain something out of it, it blows up into a viral moment. Because you've seen 3 people had the same video from different angles.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
It's like it was like an accident waiting to happen.
So I think, but you know what? And I've been to live tapings before, and I've taken the boys and stuff. Normally, there's a certain time frame that everybody knows that wrestlers will come out and head to their cars. It's happened with me several times where I'll be heading to the car, and then I'll go and stand where I know everybody's parked. And so that's where you take your pictures, you get a chance to wave at the superstars. Some of them will stop and sign autographs. This is critical though, because everybody knows Cody's bus. They know his bus. So having his bus sit there, and then knowing that at some point he's going to come to that bus. So ironically, people are videotaping just naturally in what we do. And this just so happened to take place, which is strategic by WWE to have Kevin Owens go out then and make that that moment happen because he know that people are videotaping. They want to see what's going to happen with these superstars. If they're going to get them to come over, if they're going to be able to wave at them, if they're going to be able to take pictures with them, they want that. So I think this is a strategic way, man, to really get all of them involved and to make this go viral the way that it went. It really hit hard and it really hit fast. And I
I mean,
appreciate it. They blurred the
that
line.
was the thing. Yeah, it truly did. Like, that's what I think was so mind-blowing. Because remember, I mentioned about when Seth Rollins was mad and upset when CM Punk returned to Survivor Series. You didn't see that in the show at all. That was removed. You had to go online to catch it. We've seen fans jump out of the stands to go onto into the ring. We've seen all of that, right? And that's not part of the show. And that was the crazy thing, was you did not know at that moment if it was really part of the show. Like, you sitting back and you're wondering, did WWE plant this, or is this organic? Did it just happen at that very moment? And that's the part that I think people are really trying to scope out, and where it hit, what it means for the future, what it means for fans getting organic videos and having them go viral. So now is that what WWE is going to do at this point? They're going to look for a viral moment, so that way it can always now can intertwine into the storyline as you see what it just happened from that. What stemmed from that is now part of the storyline.
Yeah. I think it's going to be a little bit of both, because again, we talking about this happened. We had one of the greatest moments, man. You had that two of those moments. One was a high, one was a low, but they both were pops, right? They popped in whether it was good or bad. Raquel Rodriguez coming back, The Rock coming out at the end of the match. Those were two major things that were supposed to be like the eye opener of and Jimmy showing up. So that's three pops that would have taken the entire show. This is an after show moment. This is way beyond the show. So now you're going, wait a minute. Even if this was just a happenstance, like this just happened because they was out there, it's a greater pop than the three things that took place in the show. It's a greater pop. And now you got to try to build on that pop, which is why you have a KO coming out. They're turning the mics off on him. They're shutting him out of the talking, having any doing any commentation. They have Cody coming out trying to have this fight with him, and then Randy come out, and there's another beef. So it's almost kind of like, let's get Cody out of that bloodline. Remember, I told you this a couple of weeks ago. I said, Arlington, they got to get Cody out of that doggone storyline with the bloodline, because you got to have this civil war between the blood. You got to have it. It's got to happen before Royal Rumble, because Royal Rumble is leading us to WrestleMania. WrestleMania is going to give us the tribal chief and the final boss as the final battle, which is the big to do. You're still going to get more, and I think the women going to get involved at some point to kind of start igniting another line of the bloodline battle. Again, all of this stuff is like the continual, but having Kevin do that at that moment, I think it was both planned and not planned. Like, people are going to be out there. So Kevin, go now. This will be a pop. We will be able to move on this and act like we didn't know. We had no idea, because this is during press conference. Ironically, this is during the press conference. So it's worth it, man. It's worth it. What you think?
All right,
you gotta take a break.
Final break. Final break,
Yeah.
and then I'm gonna get Bryce's thoughts. All right, stay tuned. Less than a minute. We'll be back right after this.
Let's.
We're back with this edition of the A Train Show, the A Train Arlington Lane, the final segment of the program. Closing out, Bryce, let me hear your thoughts on the whole situation at hand with this Kevin Owens and Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton situation.
Cody Rhodes, I talked about the Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens situation, and I was just
take your hand down. We can hear you.
Oh, keep falling out.
He having earbud issues. That's his problem. That's why y'all
is it in the
barely
right
hearing it.
ear for one?
Yeah, it's in the right ear. Yeah,
Oh,
he just don't have it on them big old ears he got.
You don't gotta hold it because then you can't hear. You can't hear you, man.
I can't.
You have big ears, sir.
Put it around your ear, buddy.
I tried.
It won't go around your ear. This too. It does go around your ear.
There you go. That should do it then. There you go.
Yeah,
now make your peace, sir. Go ahead. I'm ready for you now.
That's because he keep we press the wrong button. Hello?
Yeah, we got you. I got you.
Bryson.
No?
What?
You hear him now?
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. There you go. Go.
Yeah.
All right, go.
Go ahead, Bryce.
So Kevin Owens and Cody, Randy, all this. Kevin Owens he's just on.
I think we just lost him again. Dang it.
Bryce is
I didn't even touch you.
he's horrible. He's horrible at this. Kevin Owens and
There you go. There it is.
Go ahead.
Kevin Owens and Randy Orton. I just felt like they was, I don't know what they're trying to lead on to, or is they're trying to make Randy a good guy again, make him like a good guy, and bring him away from like the Legend Killer and the Viper and stuff like that, and make Kevin Owens like how Randy used to be, like how he used to just turn on people. I think that's what they're trying to do. And with him fighting Randy, with him jumping Randy during the whole brawl between the tag team, Street Profits and DIY, I think Randy is now about to go back and be like, oh, he's going to have a match. It's going to be a match in like a couple weeks, probably this Friday or any of this week or next week. And it's going to be a good match. And I feel like Cody Rhodes is going to interfere. He's going to interfere in the match.
So my question to you is, sir.
Why though?
For Kevin.
So do you think we lead into a triple threat match at Crown Jewel for the title?
No.
No. You don't think a triple threat match is a championship match worthy?
No. I don't think we do a triple threat. I don't think we do a triple threat with Randy, Cody, and Kevin. I feel like it gotta be Cody and Randy gotta come to the conclusion and see like which one of us is gonna fight Kevin Owens. I feel like it's gonna be Randy and Kevin, because Cody already got to deal with Gunther. He got to deal with Gunther for the Crown Jewel belt. So I feel like Randy gonna tell him, I got this. I'ma handle it. I'ma beat Kevin Owens, and then you just go out there and go get the job done and beat Gunther. That's what I feel like. I don't think there's no triple threat. I feel like they have a conversation. All three of them have a conversation, but I don't feel like there's no triple threat. Yeah.
I want to apologize. I want to apologize to our Facebook viewers. There's been some issues that's going on through where we're broadcasting through. And they're saying it might be on Facebook end. So if you're trying to check the show out on Facebook, we do apologize. We are on YouTube. You can also check us out on X. You can always go to fuelsportsnetwork.com and check out the live feed if you're able to. So we do apologize for that as we are wrapping up this show. All right. I wanted to make sure I got that out. But for you, Bryce, you sitting there looking at this whole thing. What about the ladies on the ladies' side right now? What were your thoughts on? Is it Tiffy time now for her to to do her Money in the Bank cash in, because she's been teasing it now for a few weeks now. Every time that an opportunity comes up, she keeps teasing it. Do you see it happening this year, or do you see it happening when we get to like Royal Rumble in February?
I see a cash in from Tiffany Stratton at Crown Jewel. After the whole, I feel like Liv Morgan's going to win. You already know Dominic Mysterio out there. Then you got Raquel coming back. So you know Raquel going to be out there. So it's going to be interference from them. They're not going to see it. Liv Morgan wins, right? While Nia Jackson's still down. Here comes Tiffany Stratton with the perfect time to cash in. She wins the belt. Now, after she wins the belt, I don't know what's going to happen. It's either you give Naomi the chance, you give Nia Jax a rematch, but I feel like it's either time for Naomi to get her chance to go against Tiffany for the belt if Tiffany wins it, or Nia Jax just tries to get her belt back and for a rematch.
So I just asked him. I don't know if you can hear me. I just asked him if the timing is right for Tiffy time. He said Crown Jewels when she's gonna cash in her championship belt.
What if she can cash in on Nia Jax at all?
He does. You do have a point. You do have a point. You do have a point. Because it doesn't have to be. It does not have to be Nia's title.
It can be Liv.
It could be Liv Morgan. And man, that just magnified. Oh my goodness, that just magnified the stakes. And then when it does, but you got to remember, you're not just going against Liv, you're going against Dom, and you're going against Raquel Rodriguez. You're not going against just them. So then Nia's going to be upset.
But then if you do that, you still got Crown Jewel, them doing the title for the big Crown Jewel belt.
And
it's so much, man.
And to have Nia or Liv lose both titles in the same night, that can actually happen here.
It can happen.
Like this, I don't think people really realize this match is bigger than what people are not giving it credit for, because titles, even though their individual titles are not on the line, they are fighting for a championship, but they will carry their belts down to the ring when this goes down. And honestly, I would look forward to seeing Cody versus Gunther. I want to see how that one is going to play out, because
we're gonna have fair matches though, like, because we still got too many people that can interfere in any of this. We got Luke with Kaiser.
Who would interfere in a Gunther versus Cody match?
Who wouldn't? KO, Randy, Luke Kaiser, Luke with Kaiser.
Luke with Kaiser, yeah.
I mean,
Sami Zayn.
Giovanni Da Vinci.
Yeah.
Can play like, man, like, hey, I want revenge. Sami Zayn.
A whole lot of people.
Yes.
So you think that could be some revenge? So you think nobody wins clean in these matches? Is what you tell me?
That's what I'm hoping that it will happen though. Like, I'm hoping that they'll have clean matches.
I wonder if Jey Uso and LA Knight gonna make a run at it at Crown Jewel.
Hey, that'll be dope though. That'll be really, really cool. That'll be a good sight. That'll be a good.
I think Will is right. Get ready for Raw is War tonight. Because look, remember, if you ain't caught on yet, Raw's now 2 hours.
The Y6. I often say we still got the Y6.
Facts, bro. You got what are they gonna do with the Y6? Because Y6, I feel like they're gonna be like, okay, we did what we had to do to what's their group name?
American Made.
American Made. We did what we had to do. We beat them. We leave. So now, who is our next victim? Who done left their family? And
I'm telling you, dude, this is gonna be critical. You do know. Yeah, man. Don't force it, Doc. They said that.
Who Bryce? Who does this represent?
Do not force our hand.
That's the last QR code. I
What
That was
reckon
the
they
last
said.
QR code.
And you must have missed it then.
What?
Because when R-Truth, The Miz, and
And
Karrion
Karrion
Kross was talking, that the Flash came on and said, "There you are."
Oh, so they're going for the Miz.
Oh my! Now he said The Miz.
He said,
you
"You
heard
saying the
that?
Miz? You saying the Miz?" He
That's the
said,
obvious choice.
I'm
said
saying Karrion
Kross.
Kross.
He said Karrion Kross is who he's going to go
He's
after.
been sowing seeds of discord. He's been sowing. Think about it. We wouldn't have no Kofi and Xavier Wood battle without Karrion Kross. We wouldn't have Miz going against R-Truth if it wasn't for Karrion. Karrion Kross been sowing seeds of discord all throughout this, and he's destroying these families, these connections.
And he has talked about salvation in his stuff.
They call the final testament.
Think about it. Think about that.
And he had a crew, he had a faction, and destroyed their family. And he's no longer with that faction. He has a new one now.
I just don't like Karrion Kross. So I feel like he was ever since he came to WWE to who he
I'm a
had
big
tried to be.
Karrion Kross fan.
He tried to be a Drew McIntyre.
I'm a big
All right.
Karrion Kross fan. I'm a big Karrion.
But I feel that.
Sorry.
I feel that.
Okay.
The Miz though.
We gotta wrap up. I do. Dang, I hate that the hour went by so fast. We got to get out of here. Wednesday, I'm back at it again. I would love to see. I might have to push the time back to 1 o'clock, maybe.
Oh yeah,
Maybe
I'm cool
1
with
o'clock.
that. Yeah, I'm cool with that.
What'd he say?
I'm cool with that.
Okay,
If you
we'll
do
push
that.
it back.
I ain't got
to
school
1.
this week.
He out of school. this
Okay,
week.
bet. Then we'll do a special edition Wednesday because we can talk about that, and then NXT will be done in, and then we got one more Friday. I'll see about getting a special guest on that day too. So, all right, that's it. 1 o'clock is here. Thank y'all so much chiming
Yes,
in.
sir.
Wednesday we'll do it again. Special time 1 p.m.
1 p.m. Let's get
Okay.
it. Let's get it.
All right. This is the
I'm with
A-Train Show. You can catch us on Fuel Sports Network because I want to talk about what happened on Monday and definitely what happened on Tuesday. All right. So we'll have a bit. Bryce, we'll get him back. Jared going to be so mad about it. But we'll see y'all
I think he might be out.
on Wednesday.
He gonna have school Wednesday, and then he probably can get him.
He usually come to Wisdomwell on Wednesday.
Yeah, you
So
probably
if he
can get
come
him.
to Wisdomwell, he'll probably already be there.
Well, you get scoop as well.
Wednesday it is, 1 o'clock after you catch your show right after that. We'll see y'all then. Love, peace, and hair grease. We out of here.
Yeah, man.
Y'all take it easy.